करता तो मैं इसके साथ ज़िंदगी कैसे गुजारूँ. I'm talking about Aniqa Zulfiqar. Anika's been around for a couple of years now. उन्होंने अपना डेब्यू किया मेरे ख्याल है नमक हराम के साथ और 2-3 ड्रामे उनके हुए. बट मेरे लिए ये उनका ब्रेक थ्रू था बिकॉज अ ग्रेट परफॉर्मेंस, ग्रेट स्क्रीन प्रेजेंस एंड अ ग्रेट कैरेक्टर. और उसके बाद वो जो करने वाली हैं वो तो मुझे लगता है और एक धमाका होने वाला है. उनसे सब ये बातें करेंगे. She's been doing a lot of work and I have with me Aniqa Zulfiqar.
Hello.
How are you, Anika?
I'm good. I'm very taken aback by that beautiful intro of
Well,
yours.
I mean,
the whole time I was like, okay, do I be like my proper self or like what do I do? And I was like, मैं हाथ कहाँ रखूँ?
yeah.
Hello, thank you.
No, but I mean, it's just that हम वाकई बड़ा कम देखते हैं कोई ऐसा कैरेक्टर टेलीविजन पे जो कि आपको मेन रोल नहीं है लेकिन वो इतना इम्प्रेस करे कि आप कहें कि यार ये लीड कैरेक्टर ही है. दिस इज ऑल्सो अ लीड कैरेक्टर. Fantastic. But of course, we'll get to Qarz eventually. Anika, you've been around now for what, 2-3 years in the television industry in Pakistan.
Right. Yeah.
And you made a debut with Namak Haram. और आपने किया second lead किया आपने सारा खान के साथ. और उसके बाद आपने एक सोप किया नफरत.
That's right, yeah.
And that went very well. फिर आपने हम दोनों किया
जी.
जो कि हमने देखते देखते छोड़ दिया था.
मैं देखने I was like, where's the next review? I was like, oh, it's not there.
It's not there. It's not there anymore.
Yeah.
But उससे पहले there's a whole sort of a progression in love for performance, and you've done 2 short films that have done really well on the international circuit, on the film festival circuit. And when you read your title, it says like, you know, Canadian-born Pakistani actor.
It's funny. It's Pakistani-born Canadian Pakistani actor.
Canadian.
I was born in Karachi.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. So all of that. So everybody wants to know everything about you because किसी को कुछ नहीं पता कि अनीका कौन है. So where is this Canadian-born Pakistani actress coming from?
Pakistani-born.
Pakistani-born
Yes,
Canadian actress.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
so you were born here.
Ji. I was born in Karachi.
Huh.
And soon after we went to Canada.
Okay.
Yeah, and I spent I want to say most of my life in Canada. फिर बीच के कुछ साल थे, I think from the age of 10 to 15 जो मैं पाकिस्तान में थी जब मैंने उर्दू सीखा सारी चीज़ें की. And then we went back to Canada and it's just been a back and forth since.
Yeah. But when did you think that okay, I want to go to Pakistan to act? ये एक बड़ा मुश्किल डिसीजन है ये.
It was, लेकिन I think मेरे लिए I just did not like Canada.
You didn't?
Straight up. No, I feel like
And you were in Toronto.
I was in Toronto. I was in the suburb of Toronto. I spent most of my time there in Brampton, which is like the desiest part of Canada.
Okay.
So it was nice, but I was like, you know, I didn't feel that sense of belonging. And the reason why I even got into acting, I started my acting journey with theater. And I think I was like 15, 16. And controversially, I was a hijabi at the time.
Really?
Yes. I wore hijab until the age of, I want to say, 17, 18.
Right.
And then I went to the theater because I was like, you know, I want somewhere to belong. I know everyone who feels like they don't belong goes to theater.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with it. I was like, this is my purpose. This is my goal. This is my worship. This is everything.
15,
16, yeah. I never got the lead role or anything, but because वहाँ पे एक community सी बन गई थी theater में और I still remember it was a very small role. It was the smallest role that I could have gotten. But it was like, I mean, I shouldn't get into the detail of it. It's a really long story. But एक monologue था जिसमें you have to like, you know, I had to go up and cry and tell the audience about my daughter who is lost and I'm trying to find her.
Okay.
And there was just this nod that my drama teacher gave to his assistant or co-director. And he said, look at her. And I was like, yes.
Okay, I can do this.
I can do this, right? And it was from that point on where I was like, ठीक है, this is, even if I can't pursue this professionally, this is something that gives me purpose.
Yeah.
And makes me happy.
Yeah.
So from that point on, it was like, bas, yeah. Obviously, there were obstacles and stuff. My parents obviously were not on board.
They were not.
Not at
नहीं.
all. Not at all. They were like, "अच्छा सही है, theatre कर रही है, you know, it's an extracurricular, whatever."
Right.
But they could see that I was slowly becoming more and more
Passionate about
more,
it.
yeah, exactly.
तो family background क्या थी? मतलब है कि कोई was there performance or art or anything in the family?
Not at
Not
all.
at all.
Not at all. I'm told that my dad's side in India is very like forward thinking and artistic, but we have no connections to them, so
Okay.
I have no idea.
Okay.
But yeah, no, कोई भी नहीं था family में. It was just me and my desire to do theater, honestly. That I was like, नहीं बस ये करना है. My sister was my biggest support. Yeah, my parents, my entire extended family are very conservative. They're all based in Canada.
Right.
But they're all very conservative. Yeah.
So बीच में से एक
मैं निकल आई. हाँ. ये पता नहीं अजूबा कहाँ से आके.
एक breakaway
Yeah.
factor family का.
Yeah.
And then you did 2 films in Canada.
I did. I did theater and then I Majboor-e Mamool and Desi Standard Time Travel. They both came around the same time. They were part of the same film festival. They both had similar themes. They had themes of parental relationships and making your peace with what they become.
Okay.
They're both diaspora stories of Pakistanis, second generation Pakistanis. Again, all themes that I could really relate with. But yeah, those were really cool. I was actually writing for that film festival. I don't know if I should be honest. I was writing for the grant that both of those films won.
Okay.
And then I gave up on it. I was like, ye nahi hoga mujhse, as a writer does. I was like, this is not a short film. This is a film. And then when it became a film, I was like, this is not a film, this is a series. And then I gave up on it. I was like, I can't write this anymore.
Okay.
But anyway, I did those 2 films. It was a lot of fun. I made a lot of friends in the Canadian Desi scene, the film scene there. But wahan pe ye hai ki there is a cap. There is only so much you can do. Before you realize that there's not that much out there for us.
For you, yeah.
Unless you are very stereotypically Desi. If you are like ambiguous or whatever, they have the white girls for those roles. They have, you know, the black women. They just want their token. And I knew that I could not be a token because I'm not your stereotypical brown,
You're not,
what they consider brown.
You're not brown enough.
I'm not brown enough, which is crazy. So, khair, that was that.
ये Canadian film scene तो अलग चल रहा था.
Yeah.
फिर एक बड़ा exciting Canadian Punjabi music scene चल रहा था. And then all of a sudden, Anika does a video with Karan Aujla.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
You know?
ये क्या हुआ? I mean, I don't think you speak Punjabi.
I don't.
Oh, you said that your father's side is from India.
Yes.
And your mother's side is from...
So no, they're both Pakistani, दोनों कराची के.
Okay.
लेकिन हम लोग महाजर हैं, उर्दू speaking हैं, तो ज़्यादातर आधी family जो है on my father's side is in India. So.
And where in India?
I think they're scattered.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never been in touch with them.
Right.
Yeah, so I have no idea. I found out actually from my dad's cousin, from my popo, that it was a very sweet conversation. She was like, you're not as alone as you think you are in our family. There's more of you. You just have never met them before.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, fine, I will go and find them one day. Let's see. But khair, anyway, that was a tangent. हाँ नहीं पंजाबी नहीं आती मुझे.
Canadian Punjabi music scene.
Yeah.
हाँ. Addi sunni. I'm sure that's not how you pronounce it because मैं पंजाबी
that's
बोल
how
लेती
I
हूँ.
would pronounce it also. So I don't know.
ठीक
I
है.
think you're pronouncing it fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
ये कैसे हुआ?
you can put a snippet of the song and I think it is Addi Sunni.
हाँ.
ये ऐसे हुआ कि ironically one of my acquaintances was doing a music video as a model and she had to back out last minute and she said कि तुम चली जाओ मेरी जगह. And this was the director for that music video with Qarz. And I was like, I don't know, like I've never done a music video before. Like she's like, Nini Jao, it's like $150.
Had you done theatre by then?
Yeah, just theatre.
Okay.
And other things online.